Mahaprabhu. So, की शयाने की भोजाने की बजा घरने आहर्निशा चिंता कृष्णा बालाः वदाने यदियामा प्रति स्नेहा ताहे सबकारा तापि कृष्णा व्यतिरिक्ता Nagai Beara. That's the instruction of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. That is the instruction of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Our prayer is to follow the instruction of Gauranga Mahaprabhu to get there. What is it that is stopping us from ki shayane, ki bojane, ki bajagarane, aharnisha chinta Krishna balahavadane? What is it that is stopping from aharnisha chinta Krishna balahavadane? So in Bhagavad Gita, the actual subject matter is present in the middle 6 chapters. Bhagavad Tattva. Bhagavan is fully present in the middle 6 chapters. He tried to hide himself in the first 6 chapters, in the last 6 chapters also. He just tries to stay behind the curtain, but the first 6 chapters, Bhagavan is right there. So Bhagavad Gita is actually about the middle 6 chapters. That is Aharnisha Chinta Krishna Balahavadane. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me done. That is the essence. So the Bhagavad Gita is about the middle 6 chapters. Why are we not able to be in the middle 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita with Bhagavan? That's why the first 6 chapters and the later 6 chapters had to be spoken by Bhagavan. I am present right here in the Nama. Why are you not being with me while I am here in the Nama? Bhagavan is thinking like that. So why is that happening to us? Aharnisha Chinta Krishna Balaha Vadane. Why are we not able to do that? Bhagavad Gita helps us to see why we are not able to do that. And also, Bhagavan is instructing us. When it comes to Bhagavan, we don't call it Bhagavan is guiding us. No. Bhagavan instructs us, lovingly instructs us. So in order to do Aharnisha Chinta Krishna Balahavadane, first of all, to see why we are not able to do that and what can be done to get to this Aharnisha Chinta Krishna Balahavadane. For that reason, we want to hear Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Yeah. So, Arjuna is taking our place. So, Sri Bhagavan is speaking Bhagavad Gita in Kurukshetra. He's just using Arjuna. And then he decides he wants to teach all of us because we are all his part and parcels. Mamaivamsha Jivaloke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So in order to bring us to the spiritual realm, he's just using Arjuna. And that's why this Bhagavad Gita is spoken. So, the first, Arjuna, when the Kurukshetra war, all these Pandavas, Bhima really was looking forward to Kurukshetra war. And of course, Arjuna also, because they wanted to take revenge is there, but Um, Duryodhana, he has really insulted Pandavas, Draupadi, all that. We know, right? All that has happened. And then Pandavas were looking forward to uh, this war. Looking forward to, in the sense, mm, there are many reasons, but finally, Lord Krishna had to say, Lord Krishna mediates, right? So this war can be prevented. In order to prevent this ghastly war, Lord Krishna tried to mediate. When Lord Krishna went to Duryodhana and said, if you could at least give hmm, five villages, so the five Pandavas can rule, because they're Kshatriyas. Kshatriya has to do their dharma. So just to do their dharma as a Kshatriya, you just give five villages. That is it. They're not asking for more. That's what Lord Krishna conveyed. Yeah. He put forward to Duryodhana. This is to prevent the Kurukshetra war. But the war had to happen. Duryodhana, of course, he said what he said. I will not give even that space of land that's occupied by the head of the needle. Itna bhi. So I will not give, said Duryodhana, and the war was inevitable. But Bhima was really looking forward to this war. So he can break the thigh of Duryodhana that has insulted Draupadi, like that. So there are many reasons why this Kurukshetra war had to happen. And then Arjuna was also ready. He's a Kshatriya, and he said, okay, I am going to fight this war. Now everybody is in Kurukshetra. And Arjuna asked Keshava, can you please take the Ratha in the middle of these two armies? I want to take a look at those enemies that are present on the other side, so I can have an idea of how to plan, yeah, in order to win this battle. So Arjuna asks Lord Krishna, and of course Lord Krishna says, okay. And he brings the chariot and right in the middle of these two armies. Then something happens that Arjuna did not expect at all. Arjuna thought, I want to win this battle. I want to have a good look at the army and the arrangement of army, so I can come up with a strategy and then win. So Arjuna was thinking like that. He was fully into fighting. But once he's brought into the middle of the war, what happened to Arjuna? What happened to Arjuna? I'm going to share the screen, the activities. Share. Yes, please. So, view in the slideshow. Yeah. So what happened to Arjuna? And now he's present in the middle of these two armies. After Arjuna saw who was present on the other side, Arjuna started feeling something very different that he didn't feel before. What was it? Arjuna uvacha दृष्ट्वेमां स्वजनं कृष्ण युयुत्सं समुपस्थितं सीदन्ति मम गात्राणि मुखं च परिशुष्यति वेपतुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते गाण्डीवं स्रंसते हस्तात् त्वक्चैव परिदह्यते. This is what happened to Arjuna. Arjuna looked at the army on the other side. Then he realized, who am I looking at? Drishtve Swajanam Krishna, those are all Swajana. My people, Krishna. I am looking at my people who has gathered here to fight against us. Sidanti mama gatrani mukham cha pariswishyate. My, mm, my throat is drying up and I am unable to stand on my limbs. And also my hair is standing on end. And I'm unable to hold my Gandiva, Krishna. My skin is burning. This is my condition, Krishna. This is Arjuna's condition. What? Arjuna? Mahabaho Arjuna? Didn't he fight other wars in the past? Is this the first war Arjuna is fighting? It's not like that. He has fought great wars before. He fought with Lord Shiva also. Here are just the Manushas, the Kauravas on the other side. So why was this? Why did this happen to Arjuna? Dear devotees, we are hearing Bhagavad Gita. When something is happening to Arjuna, we want to think, did this happen to me too? Because Arjuna, he is fighting the battle there. And we are here in our life. We are fighting the battle of life. Actually, to even say this, as a Gaudiya Vaishnava, we are not really fighting the battle of life. This is such a wonderful offering in the save of Bhagavan. But again, since it is Bhagavad Gita, yeah. So, the reason Shyamasundara Krishna came as Vasudeva Krishna and spoke Bhagavad Gita is because we are feeling that we are in a Kurukshetra battle and we are fighting, right? I think we should mute everybody, right, Prabhu? Please mute, dear devotees. Ha, Prabhu. Yes. Yes, thank you, Prabhu. So, this is the thing, dear devotees. What Arjuna had faced on the battle of Kurukshetra, we face it in our life. So, Arjuna fought battles in the past. This is not the first one. But why is he feeling like this? That he's unable to hold the Gandiva, can't even stand, throat drying up, skin burning, hair standing on the end. And so why is these things happening to Arjuna? Because those people that he was going to fight are his family members. So when Arjuna is saying, I am seeing my people, Swajanam Krishna, the my factor is there. This my factor has brought all these changes in Arjuna. Mahabaho Arjuna is unable to stand and unable to hold Gandiva because of this my factor. My family, Krishna. This is the effect of I and my. That happened to Mahabaho Arjuna. And then after this, Arjuna, in this effect of my factor, Arjuna speaks. Arjuna speaks many things. He says, why should I fight? Because according to the Dharma Shastra, this is not good. And also, I will incur sins. And then all the ladies will be left without husbands. So he comes up all these reasons why he thinks he should not fight. But actual reason why he doesn't want to fight is because of the my factor. Okay. And then he comes up with all these reasons why he shouldn't fight. And then Lord Krishna says, gives a counter arguments and reasons of why he should fight. Then after Arjuna goes through this, he hears that he has his reasons why he should not fight. But Lord Krishna says, no, you should fight. So Arjuna is unable to come to a conclusion with and is not totally convinced about any specific decision of why he should not fight or why he should fight. So his the faculty of intelligence is failing. And the my factor is so overwhelming that he couldn't stand and he couldn't hold the Gandiva and his throat is drying up. This is what Arjuna has faced. This Arjuna, who is a great warrior and scholarly, all these are not ordinary personalities. If this happened to the great personalities like Arjuna, who are we? Oh, who are we? What are we in front of Arjuna? So Arjuna has gone through this. And he is unable to settle down or come to a conclusion and act on it steadily. He was unable to do that, Arjuna. He tried his best. He had his mind, he has his intelligence, he had his Shastra that he learned. He put forward everything. He used all his mind, he used all his intelligence, and the my factor is so predominant that he's unable to stand. There is nothing else that Arjuna could do. He realized that. And then Arjuna said, Karpanya doshopahata svabhava prachami tvam dharma sammudha cheta yashreyasyan nishchitam bruhitan me shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. I am unable to use any of my faculties that I have here to stabilize myself and come to a conclusion and act upon it steadily so I can be peaceful. I'm unable to do that, Krishna. So, Sishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Now, I'm taking your shelter. So you please tell me, Krishna, what all I have, my faculties, they are of no use. So you please tell me. Whatever comes from you, that is beyond me, so I will accept it. This is the thing, dear devotees. The my factor is very predominant. And no matter what we do, we will not be able to overcome that. We cannot do anything more than what Arjuna has already done. So the whole Bhagavad Gita is spoken only after this. Only after Arjuna said, I am unable to do this myself. Krishna, I am submitting to you. So you please tell me. After this, the whole Bhagavad Gita is spoken. Yeah. And after that, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, he speaks about the soul, how we are eternal souls. So you don't worry. They are also souls. So you should just go ahead, do the fighting, and you're only killing their bodies, but you're not hurting their souls. So you don't have to feel like you are hurting them, but because you are souls, they are souls, everybody is a soul. And for the sake of Kshatriya Dharma, you should fight. Like that, Lord Krishna gives a reason, a counter argument, and defeats each reason of Arjuna and tells Arjuna why he should fight. Okay. And then Lord Krishna says, now that he has stated emphatically that, and also gave reasons why Arjuna should fight, now Lord Krishna is explaining how he should fight. Fight. Okay, that is already there. For us, do your responsibility. Yeah, the Naimittika Dharmas, responsibilities. Do the seva. So that is there. Whether to do my responsibility or not is not a question. Whether to do my seva or not is not a question. You do it. Okay, do it. How to do it? Now the Bhagavan is speaking. How to do it? Do it like a Nishkama Karma Yogi. Do your Naimittika Dharmas, the responsibilities of this world, and do your seva as a Nishkama Karma Yogi. Okay. What is that Nishkama Karma Yoga? So, dear devotees, Arjuna had this. Arjuna wasn't able to stand because of this my factor. This my factor, we have to get out of this my factor, ahamkara. A yoga is needed. Yoga is to connect with Supreme. As we connect with Supreme, then the my factor goes away. The ahamkara goes away. It's not that I will get rid of the ahamkara and I will do the bhakti. No. Unless we connect with Supreme, either as Nishkama karma or jnana or bhakti, unless we connect to something more than us, that is Supreme. Yeah. Unless we have a process to connect, unless we are trying to connect, this my factor will not go away. And as long as this my factor is there within us, we may or may not notice it. We may think we are okay, or we may think we are happy, or we may think we are safe. But we have seen what happened to Arjuna, the influence of that my factor. So the my factor is the misery, cause of misery. So the misery will go away with yoga, means connecting with the Supreme. Then the misery that's caused by my factor will go away. So how to connect with the Supreme? Connect with the Supreme through your actions. You have a body and you have to do something with this body. That something is, that is occupational duty, Naimittika Dharma. But you have to do things with this body. So do it. With your doing, you connect to the Supreme. That's Nishkama Karma Yoga. So Lord Krishna now starts to speak about how by doing one can connect to the Supreme. So the doing yoga is Nishkama Karma Yoga. And Lord Krishna says, this doing yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga. And yoga in such, Nishkama Jnana or Bhakti Yoga. Yoga, the connection with the Supreme. Once this yoga is so auspicious, Neha Vikramanaso Asti Pratyavaho na vidyate Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. This connecting with the Supreme, the very process, even the start of the process is very auspicious. And it will save us from greatest danger and greatest fear. Every danger and fear has to do with the my factor. That's what happened to Arjuna, right? He didn't have fear before. Why fear all of a sudden? To such an extent that he couldn't stand, that his throat was drying up. Where is this all coming from? The fear factor, the my factor. So, this yoga, even a little bit of yoga that is done to connect with the Supreme, will get rid of Trayate Mahato Bhayat, will help the soul to get rid of greatest fear. Right? So by this, it is clear that this yoga has to be started in this life while we have this body. So do the actions to connect with Krishna. So the doing yoga is a Nishkama Karma Yoga, and this will remove the greatest fear. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana bahushakahi anantasya buddhayo avyavasayinam. Even with this doing also, the determination that, yes, I want to do it for Krishna, that resolute determination should be there. And we are all devotees, okay? And whoever is just hearing to perform their Naimittika Dharma, what it means is perform your Dharma just for the sake of Dharma. That's in the mode of goodness, but that's all can be done. Without bhakti, that's all can be done. Do your responsibility because you have to do it. That's all. So this is more for those who has done Sishyaste aham sadiman tvam prapannam, for the devotees. So even the Nishkama Karma Yoga or doing yoga or seva, service, Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana. This service, my focus is to serve. The sky may fall, earth may break, but I want to serve you, Bhagavan. Vyavasayatmika, that's resolute determination. Like Srila Prabhupada, his resolute determination, Prabhupada's. This service that is given by my Guru Maharaj to go preach in the West, this is my only reason to live. Vyavasayatmika, resolute determination. Like Srila Prabhupada had, that's Vyavasayatmika. When there is resolute determination, any service is ultimately take us to that loving nature to the Lord. The service is with the body, but this will invoke the loving, the love towards the Lord. When this is done, because it is said so by the representative of the Lord. So it has that capacity. Yeah. So that is Vyavasayatmika. This is the only thing we need to have. Even in this doing yoga, we're all in the doing yoga initially. We may not have much of the knowledge, and the heart is not, there is not a great emotion in the heart for Bhagavan yet. But the body is there, the doing can be done. But at least this doing, resolute determination has to be there. Vyavasayatmika. Then, buddhi ekeha. Then the intelligent will be laser sharp. Then rest of the thing will happen. So that's Vyavasayatmika buddhi. If that resolute determination is not there, then we'll have many reasons why we can't do a seva, why we don't want to do a seva, the seva that is given to us, or why we don't want to, or why we can't do. The can't do is very, that is a very tricky one. But it gets branched. So resolute determination to do the seva. While we are doing this seva, then all these things will come. The reasons of why can't we do. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya apahrita chetasam. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadhau na vidhiyate. When there is an enjoying tendency, Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam, then there will be reasons. There will be reasons, very convincing reasons of why I can't do a service that is given to me. That's why Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto Niryoga Kshemam Atmavan. That's why Traigunya Vishaya Veda. Get over with this enjoying tendency. Get over with this gratifying tendency. Become Nistraigunyo. Then Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto. Those are all already. Nirdvandvo is don't have the duality. Nitya Sattvasto situated in Sattva. Niryoga Kshemam Atmavan. Don't even worry about your welfare, everything. In this, in this way, Traigunya Vishaya Veda. The thing is, get rid of the enjoying tendency. Unless you get rid of the enjoying tendency, you will continue to have excuses for not doing the seva. Okay, that is about the doing yoga. Okay, that's about the excuses or reasons. If and when we have a reason, it may not sound as an excuse. Genuine reasons why we don't want to, why we can't do a service, then we should recall this Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. And this part of the, this is second chapter, yeah, this part of the second chapter. So all that we have heard is during that time. And then, okay, I want to do the service. When we start to do the service, then what happens? Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhur mate sangostva karmani. When we are starting to do the service, or when children are preparing for the exams, or anybody preparing for the exams, or anything. But since we are hearing in the context of the service, when we start to do the seva, Bhagavan is saying, you have right only to do the seva. Yeah. And don't think about the result. Do your best. Leave the rest. Don't think of the result. And don't be lazy. 4 things. This holds good for everybody. Even in the seva or in the Naimittika Dharma, in the regular responsibilities also. Do your best. Leave the rest. Yeah. And don't think about the result. Don't be lazy. So most of the times, do your best can happen, but leave the rest. Some people cannot leave the rest. They think about the result so much, even after doing the best. And they are very much fixed ki aise hi aana hai. Only this result should come, that is attached to the result. And exam ho gaya or whatever seva is over, but it keeps on, it just stays in the mind and it doesn't leave, and constant thinking is there. Wanting a result is there, but constant thinking about it. Ma karma phala hetu. So don't think much about it. And also don't be lazy. Mate sangosva karmani. Don't come up with a reason why you should not do this. So don't be lazy. These 4 things. Do your best. Leave the rest. Don't think too much. And don't be lazy. These are the cardinal principles of doing yoga. doing anything in this world or doing our service also. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhi asiddhiyo. So when we are following these four things, siddhi or asiddhi, whether the result, whether you get the result or not, pass or fail, success or failure, or you have result is to your expectation or not, siddhi or asiddhi, you get it or you don't get it, samatvam yoga yuchyate. Be equipoised. Dear devotees, this thing, generally we are in a habit of we are in a habit of applauding our children when they win something. And of course, we are not so happy when they don't win it. Generally, we are in that mode. But that's not what Sri Bhagavan Vacha is saying. So we should mend our ways first of all. Bhagavan is saying, Siddhir asiddhiyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga yuchyate. So when the children, it is natural, expected, okay, you applaud, you topped something, applauding for the success is there, but the real applaud is to be given when somebody is maintaining samatvam yoga yuchyate, when they are equipoised, even when the expectation, when they don't get the result that they have expected, or when when you don't see the result for your children that you are expecting. So we should emphasize more on samatva, even siddhi or asiddhi. The emphasis is on samatva. That's the point. So those four things, and the fifth one is samatvam, siddhi or asiddhi. Okay. Then next one is buddhau sharanam anvicha kripana palahetava. Don't get so caught up and tied up with the result. Getting puffed up if there is success, getting depressed if there is failure. So don't get so attached to the result as to get puffed up or depressed. Then where should the attachment be? Buddhau sharanam anvicha. Get attached to your intelligence. The intelligence to keep samatva, equipoised. So the intelligence should be saying, equipoise, samatvam, whatever the result may be, samatvam, equipoised. So get attached to this buddhi, intelligence, not the result. Like that. So keeping these things in mind, in mind is not enough. So, but if it helps, just putting those as bullet points, do your best, leave the rest. Don't think too much about it, and don't be lazy, and samatva, and buddhau sharana. Okay, this is all doing yoga. So when we do the service or when children are doing their studies, this is what we want to be guided with. Okay. So that is how to do. And we will hear three more concepts that are relevant to us. And then we will pause. Actually, we will go to this. Yeah. This is good actually. Yeah, that is about doing yoga, how to do the service. Buddha Sharanam. Keep going in the seva. Buddha Sharanam, Krishna Sharanam. But now, next thing is, Bhagavan speaks about Sthita Prajna. So this is how you stay inside while you do your doing outside. Let your doing go on, let your seva go on, but this is how you stay inside. Sthita prajna. Who is Sthita prajna? Bhagavan is saying, this is how you should stay. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmani evatmana tushtaha sthita prajna stadochyate. Sthita prajna means atmani evatmana tushta. Be internally fixed. Internally fixed. Taking shelter of the intelligence. Internally fixed on the platform of his soul. Sthita prajna. And also, he how will this person who is internally fixed in the self, what are the signs and symptoms? How will they behave? This is so wonderful, right? Yes, I'm doing the seva to Bhagavan and I want to be Sthita Prajna. How do I know that I'm Sthita Prajna? Dukkeshu anudvignamanaha sukeshu vigataspраha vitaraga bhayakrodha stitadhir muniruchyate. This is very wonderful, dear devotees. At least to know what Sthita Prajna means. Dukkeshu anudvignamanaha. When there is dukkam, anudvigna, not getting agitated by the misery, not getting very disturbed by a misery. Dukkha, sorrow. Not being drowned in the sorrow. Yeah. And sukeshu vigataspruha. Do not be, vigataspruha is not being conscious. When there is happiness, when somebody is puffed up, they're not conscious of people. They're not conscious of what they're saying, what they're doing, because of that puffed up nature. So don't get puffed up when there is sukha, happiness, or victory, success, and don't get drowned in the sorrow when you don't get what you want. If somebody is not getting drowned when there is a reason to be sorrowful, and when somebody is not touched by the success and don't get puffed up, this vitaraga bhayakrodha. There is no attachment, bhaya or krodha. What this means is this. There is no attachment to anything from outside. So there is no raga, no attachment. Because there is no attachment, there will be no fear, there is no anger. Dear devotees, if we are not attached or expecting anything from outside, there will be no bhaya, there is no fear, and there is no anger. Because only when there is an expectation from outside, we will fear that the expectation might not be met. Or when we want something from outside, there is a fear that we might not get it. And there can be anger if we don't get it. But if there is no wanting from outside, there is no fear, there is no anger. Then one is to be known, Stitadhir Muniruchyate. Then one is to be known, Sthita Prajna. Oh my goodness, this is already becoming a sage. I am just doing yoga now. How to get there? Then Bhagavan says, okay, this is how you get started. See, you have this body, you have these senses. Restrain the senses and engage the senses. This is about the doing yoga. restrain the senses and engage the senses. So, restrain the senses. This is our sadhana bhakti, dear devotees. Okay, so we have heard about the doing yoga, and we have heard how beautiful, how wonderful that sthita prajna state is. That they vita raga bhaya krodha. And then prajahati yada kama. They have no desires outside. So this is very wonderful state. Oh, feels very liberated. But how can I get there? Okay. Then Lord Krishna is explaining more about this doing yoga, sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti is do's and don'ts. In doing yoga, what you do is restrain engage the senses. Yeah. So in this do's and don'ts, since it is a doing yoga, it has to do with the body and senses. What do we do with these senses? That's the next, those are the next two topics that we'll hear. So in sadhana bhakti, we have these 4 regulative principles, right? The do's and don'ts, right? So that's the section that Bhagavan is talking about. Yada samharate chayam kurmo angani eva sarvashaha. Indriyani indriyarthebhyas tasya prajna pratishtita. As a turtle withdraws its limbs into the shell, you withdraw your senses, restrain the senses. This is the procedure. Okay, again, in the doing yoga, this is why Srila Prabhupada brings in Krishna here. To be able to do all this, do it for Krishna. Yeah, let's put it that way. Otherwise, we will not be able to do any of these things. So restrain the senses. So we can experience Krishna within. In that context, Bhagavan is explaining. No onion, no garlic, the 4 regulative principles, all those no, don't is for our own good. So we don't touch the dirt. So all the no's and don'ts are for our own good. So we can go towards Krishna. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina rasavarjam rasopyasya parandrishtva nivartate. This is the initial stage. Dear devotees, these particular shlokas, they're very much pertinent to us in sadhana bhakti. Whenever we feel like, I am restraining, I like it so much, but I'm not eating. Why am I doing this? The purpose is this. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina rasavarjam rasopyasya parandrishtva nivartate. Because I want Krishna, because I want higher taste, because I want Sevananda, because we want something higher, that's why we want to let go something lower. Because we want Sevananda, we want to let go Bhogananda. It is not easy, that enjoying tendency. Yeah. Now let's take Ekadasi, because I want to get closer to Krishna, I will just take only the Ekadasi Prasad. Yeah, I don't like quinoa much, but I'll take only quinoa. I'm not even saying fasting. I'm saying only Ekadasi Prasad. I might want to eat pizza. So the tendency is still there. The senses may pull to the lower taste. But because the attempt is there for wanting a higher taste, then the restraint will happen. Raso varjam rasopiyasya param drishtva nivartate. Because we are wanting the higher taste. Just wanting the higher taste itself means there is a little taste. That wanting, I want that higher taste. Because of this wanting, because of this desire for this higher state, only then we will let go the lower taste. When we don't have this desire, and when we don't start experiencing the higher taste, we will cling to this lower taste. So our focus is to just to be in the devotee association and then wanting to get a higher taste. And then we will get far from the lower taste. Okay. This is all sadhana bhakti. So the focus is to want to get the higher taste, not to get rid of the lower taste. Yeah. It's not that I don't want to watch the movies. That's not the focus. But I want to be with the devotees to hear about Krishna. So the focus is on wanting this, not to get rid of something. Ardha pravritti. Not so much about anartha nivritti, like that. So that's why, in bhakti, the focus is more about being with the devotees and hearing Krishna Katha and be with the devotees. Then the Katha, Nama and Japa will happen. That's all. The focus should be on that more than wanting to get rid of something in the life. Okay? So the focus should be on that. Then, Tani sarvani samyamya yuktasi tamatpara vashehi yasya indriyani tasya prajna pratishtita. Okay, this is good. Now, these two are important for us. Why is that don't? And focus should be on the higher test. And we don't have to worry about, oh, I have so much interest in these movies. How will I get rid of it? I am drinking coffee and tea. How will I get rid of it? I'm still very much stuck here. We don't have to get stuck with those. We just divert our energy, our focus and our attention towards getting Krishna in the association of devotees. Then the lower taste will go away. Okay. This is the last part. So we are trying this much in sadhana bhakti. We are trying, right? Trying hard to get rid, to stay away from something that is pulling us. And still somehow or other, we are being with the devotees and then hearing something and trying to chant and trying to serve. Yeah. Is this taking us somewhere? What's happening with this? Ragadvesha vimuktaistu vishayan indriyascharan atmavashairvidheyatma prasadam adhigachati. The mercy is being given. All this trying is not going any waste. Atmavashairvidheyatma. Even though we want to indulge in material things, not so devotional things, even though we have a taste for it, even though we want to do it, we are not doing it. Whether we like or not, or we have great desire or not, we are still trying to be with the devotees and hear the Krishna Katha, Nama, do the Bhajana Kriya. So we are trying Bhajana Kriya. Though we don't have great liking for Bhajana Kriya, though we have liking for this worldly matters, still we are trying. Atma Vashair Vidheyatma. In this way, we are willing to be abided by the regulative principles that are given to us. Yeah, so do's and don'ts and follow the protocol of bhakti. We are that willingness to follow that protocol, bhakti protocol that is given to us, the bhajana kriya that is given to us. that will attract the mercy. Prasadam adhigachati. Then what happens when that mercy is given to us? Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanir asyopajayate. Prasanna chetaso hi ashu buddhi paryavatishtate. Very beautiful, dear devotees. So a lot is happening to us in sadhana bhakti as we are trying to do. Yeah, even in that trying to do also, a lot is happening. A lot of mercy is coming. How do we know? A lot of mercy is coming. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. All those things that used to bother us in the past, bother us and make us miserable in the past, they don't bother us much now. We are not that miserable now. Because the mercy that is being given to us, sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. Hanir. It is hanir asyo. Dukkhanam hanir. It is causing the hani to dukkha. It means miseries. All the miseries are being taken away. This is prasade. And prasanna chetaso hi ashu buddhi paryavatishtate. Then one becomes peaceful. As we are getting this mercy, we become more peaceful. And when we become more peaceful, the intelligence parivatishtate, buddhi. The intelligence is blossoming, is expanding. So when we are becoming more peaceful, then the intelligence, the faculty of intelligence blossoms. Otherwise, it constricts. We can't think well. Dear devotees, you hear this? Prasade sarva dukkhana. This prasada, mercy. Are we realizing something here? When we see this sadhana bhakti as mercy that is given to us, when we see this bhajana kriya, yeah, the bhajana kriya, the do's and don'ts, and the bhajana kriya of Krishna Katha, Krishna Nama, Krishna Seva, with the Vaishnava Sangha. When we see the whole package that is given to us as prasada, as mercy, and in this mood, when we are doing our sadhana bhakti, then very soon, prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirashyopajayate. We don't feel miserable. Unless we see what is given to us as a mercy, we will continue to feel miserable. Even if we are doing so much of doing outside. And then, so when we see that what is given to us as a mercy, then sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. All the miseries. We don't feel miserable anymore. Not so much, at least when compared to the past. Not so many times and not so intensely. That we should remember. It's not that, oh, I have taken up this bhakti and I've become pure now and I don't feel any miseries at all. It's not like that. In the beginning, yes, the waves are still going on, but certainly better than what it was before. Not so intensely, not so much, not so many times. Yeah. And then more peaceful. And then the intelligence is more blossoming in intelligence. Intelligence is more clear now. Paryavatishtate. These are the last two shlokas, dear devotees. Nasti buddhir ayuktasya, nacha ayuktasya bhavana, nacha bhavayata shantir ashantasya kutasukam. Now Bhagavan is saying, Bhagavan started saying, this is doing yoga. You do it outside, but nishkama means don't have any desire inside. And buddha sharanam, take shelter of intelligence inside. Where is this intelligence coming from? Shastra is the intelligence. So keep the Shastra inside. Take shelter of the Shastra inside. Take shelter of the Buddhi inside and do outside. So what happens when we take shelter of the Shastra inside? Actually, Lord Krishna is saying, Nasti buddhir ayuktasya nachayuktasya bha. Okay. If you don't take the shelter of the Shastra, if your buddhi, your intelligence, does not unite with me, nacha ayuktasya bhavana, your mind will not be on me. If your intelligence is not on me, if your intelligence is not connected to me, your mind will not connect to me. If your bhavana, if your emotion, mind is not connected to me, why will you be peaceful? And if there is no peace, why will you be happy? Where will be the happiness? Very important one, huh? Only when the intelligence is connected with the Supreme, the mind will be connected to the Supreme. The mind and feeling, bhavana, emotion will be connected to the Supreme. And only when the mind is connected to the Supreme, there will be peace. And only when there is peace, there will be happiness. So we are all looking for peace, right? Everybody. And we're all looking for happiness, right? So what is to be done? Our buddhi should connect to Bhagavan. Intelligence to Bhagavan. Intelligence means Shastra. What is the intelligence that Shastra is giving? Everything about Krishna, right? Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwara. So our intelligence should be connected to Krishna. And only then the mind will stay with Krishna. What does that mean? Our intelligence, when we are reading Shastra, Shastra is saying, Lord Krishna is saying, you are my part and parcel. And Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. I am the controller of everything. And everything that is here actually belongs to me. You are unnecessarily trying to take the controllership while I am the controller. And then you end up feeling sad and angry that things doesn't happen your way. You don't even realize that you are not the controller. I am the boss here. This is the Shastra. This is Bhagavad Tattva. So, in the head, in the intelligence, Krishna, seeing everything as Krishna's, that's what intelligence is saying. That's what the Shastra is saying, right? Sri Bhagavan Vacha is Krishna is the supreme controller. Everything that I see around, everyone that I see around belongs to Krishna. Yeah. And Krishna is my best friend. Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. This is intelligence fixed on Krishna. Right? When the intelligence is fixing on Krishna, then mind will start, oh, so Krishna is my supreme friend, my dear friend. Of course, he is a controller. Why am I trying to control? Let me just do my best and leave the rest. And then the mind will start to think of Krishna and start to feel for Krishna like that. Then the peace will come. Then the happiness will come. If we are trying to get peace or happiness the other way, dear devotees, it's only a matter of time and lot of pain and trouble to come to this point of what Sri Bhagavan Vacha is saying here. That the intelligence should be on Krishna. seeing everything as Krishna's. And then we'll start to think about Krishna. And the peace that comes from there and the happiness that comes from there is the perfect one. That is the solution for all the problems. Like that. And finally, Apuryamanam achalam pratishtam samudramapaha pravishanti yatvat. Tadvat kamayam apravishanti sarve. Sashantim apnoti na kama kami. Lord Krishna is saying how to be peaceful in all this doing yoga, because initially, when we come to bhakti, we are looking for peace. Peace. How to get peace? Bhagavan is saying, you place the intelligence on me, then the mind will come, will think about me, and that's how you get the peace. And the second thing Bhagavan is saying is, these desires keep coming. As the rivers merge into the ocean, these desires, they keep coming towards you. But samudramapaha pravishanti yatvat. As the samudra stays steady, undisturbed, even if the desires are coming to you, don't yield to the desires, material desires. Only then you will be peaceful. So peace is attained when you are not yielding to the material desires, not when you are yielding to them. Sashantim apnoti na kama kami. It's not by na kama kami. It's not. So you will not be peaceful just going on fulfilling your material desires. You will be peaceful and continue to be peaceful when you are not disturbed by the material desires. That's all. So that's Sri Bhagavan Vacha, dear devotees. The last one, this is good. This is Dhyayata Vishyantamsam. Here, generally, the contemplation, the thought. So this is the doing yoga, right? Doing may be happening, but where is your thought? What are you thinking? This thinking can get to great attachment. Let's do this. Ravana. Okay. Ravana was thinking of Sita Devi. And that was the whole reason for his downfall. He sent Surpanaka and he was very angry when he... let's do Surpanaka. That suits very well here. Surpanaka. He came to Lord Ram. He wanted to have Lord Ram. She developed a lusty attachment to Ram. And then she was angry that she couldn't get Lord Ram when Lakshmana cut her nose and ears. Okay. So, oh my goodness, Lord Ram, getting attachment to Lord Ram, and that doesn't suit well here. It has to be a material example only. Okay. All right, a material example, a person of this world or a thing of this world. Well, a person or a thing of this world. You get attached to this. Okay, attached to a person. Let's do this. Yeah, maybe this Bollywood heroine thing. Yeah, that's a typical example. Say if the hero wants a heroine so much, and for some reason he's not able to get her, and he gets very angry, and we know he commits violence also. He loses his intelligence and he kills whoever comes in between. And then he goes into the jail. He falls down. Oh, okay. So that's an example. When somebody gets attached to a thing of this world or a person of this world. But dear devotees, great news is this. The same attachment. I want you, Krishna. I want you, Krishna is Krishna. can be obtained through Sevananda. I want your loving service, Krishna. I want to be attached to you, Krishna. This attachment is asakti. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is so good. I want you, holy name, please. Asakti. Then the laulyam will develop. Laulyam for Bhagwan will develop. And then the transit, this is all the, this is what all gopis go through. Yeah. When the laulyam for Bhagwan develops, actually, our anger goes away, our delusion goes away, and our memory is given back of who we are to Bhagavan. Our memory is given back, and we will be very nicely placed back in our spiritual, in our Siddha Deha. And in this way, we go back to Godhead, like this. So completely opposite thing happens when our, this is a cascade of fall down cascade. But if we are attached to Krishna, then this will be, this will be Vaikuntha Vimana to take us back home, back to Godhead. So where is our attachment? Attachment is there. For us, it will be there. So if the attachment is on a thing or person of this world, sooner or later, there will be fall down. But if the same attachment is placed on the holy name, Krishna, then we will be going back home, back to Godhead. Like that. That's all, dear devotees. What did we hear from this doing yoga? First of all, Arjuna, he felt what he felt, how he felt, because of the my factor. What this my factor can do to us, huh? So we saw the influence of the my factor on Mahabaho Arjuna. When we feel like this, when we have any of these symptoms, we have to understand that we are under the influence of my factor, not Krishna factor. Krishna factor. So it's a my factor that causes these disturbances that we have heard. When there is Krishna factor, then there is no misery. Next one is, Arjuna. Mahabaho Arjuna had to say, I used all of my faculties, Krishna. Now I am submitting to your faculty, to you, Krishna. Okay? Only then the misery of the my factor will go away. Next one. Okay, that's about the knowledge of the soul. Yeah. So this yoga means connecting with the Supreme Lord, connecting with Krishna. So the my factor can go away. And this will remove the fear as we connect to Krishna. When the my factor goes away, then the fear goes away. Next one is, in this doing yoga also, resolute determination. This seva is given to me and I want to do it. Then the intelligence will help. And when we see there are reasons coming up why we can't do a seva, then we have to know that it is because of the enjoying tendency. So get over with that enjoying tendency and stay resolute. And in this doing yoga, we want to remember, do your best, leave the rest to Krishna. And don't think too much. Don't be lazy. The next one is samatvam, equipoised. The real success is samatvam, not whether you have achieved something or not. The real success is internal, not external. Being equipoised inside is the real success. That's when we want to really give applaud. That's where the applause should go, actually. Then we don't have to worry about our children. कि क्या होता है? Will they get disturbed? Anyway, so that's the next point. Next, Buddhau Sharanam Anvicha. Don't get attached to the result, but get attached to the intelligence, to the Shastra. Who is Stita Prajna? Who is internally fixed? Atmani eva Atmana. Tushta. Who is deriving satisfaction from within. So internally fixed is Stita Prajna. Only when somebody is internally fixed, then there will be Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. Because they are internally fixed and they don't have attachment outside, so there is no fear, there is no anger. So here, how do we know we are Stita Prajna? Not agitated, not drowned by sorrow, not puffed up by success, and no attachment outside, so there is no fear or anger. That's Stita Prajna. Wonderful. Wow. How can one get there? That's sadhana bhakti. We heard about when there are don'ts, we should know why don't. Why should I? Why is this don't? Then, Vishaya Vinittanti. Yeah. It's about Ardha Pravritti. Our focus, time, and attention should go on increasing our attachment to the Nama, to the Katha, Seva. Our focus and attention is not how to decrease our worldly things. The focus should be on Artha Pravritti, not so much on Anartha Nivritti. Anartha Nivritti will happen. That's one thing. And sadhana bhakti. When we see that this bhajana kriya that is given to us, bhajana kriya is the Krishna Katha Nama and Seva as the prasada, then following the regulative principles, that's the initial step. Okay, I will follow these regulative principles. But we should soon realize that we have to see this as mercy. Otherwise, it is difficult to go on. If you're just saying, okay, I'm just following the regulative principles, then the rest of the things, we will not be able to perceive even if they're happening to us, unless we see what is given to us is as a mercy. Okay. So when we see that as a mercy, so following regulative principles draws mercy, draws attraction, and draws attention of the Lord and gives us mercy. And when this mercy is coming, then the sorrows will go away and there will be peace and the intelligence will blossom. The final one is Nasti Buddhirayuktasya. The buddhi should be on Krishna. Intelligence should be on Krishna. Only then the mind will go on Krishna. Once the mind starts thinking of Krishna, then there will be peace and there will be happiness. This is how one gets the peace and happiness. And the last one is, it's not by gratifying the senses one will be peaceful, but by controlling the senses one will be peaceful. And our attachment, if it goes to Krishna, when our attachment is with the worldly things, then there will be fall down. But when the attachment is to the Lord, then we will go back to the spiritual world. That's all, dear devotees. Thank you all so much. It was such an austerity. Prabhu, we can Stop the recording, Prabhu.